Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Bashem Rachak Wadash, my name is Jacobo from Plaintables Camp. And this is Russian warships make strategic port call in India. So this proves that the Gog and Magog is strengthening their ties with the allies in Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. We look at Ezekiel 38, it talks about Persia. All right, so Persia is a later name used, but it's not one of the original names used in the scriptures. In Genesis 10th chapter, we look in Genesis 10th chapter, it talks about Elam and the different Shemite nations. All right, they came out of Shem. All right, now today you have different names. There's Google Maps of different Shemites that spread across, West Asia, South Asia, and East Asia, North Asia. These are Shemites that spread across the land of what we call Asia today. All right, Shemites. And then you had, I think, one Japhite nation, the Medes. I believe they were of a seed of Japheth. All right. Well, you see here in Asia, you had mainly Shemites that spread. Now they changed their names to Iraq, Syria. Well, Syria was one of the proper names, I believe. Lebanon, Saudi, that's a family name. Iran, Oman, Yemen, Iran, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Pakistan, India. All right. So these nations, they mainly come from Shemites, and they changed their names because their original names were in the Hebrew. All right. And then they changed their names in different forms of the Aramaic, and it evolved or de-evolved into different languages. All right. So you go to Genesis 10. You go into Shem. Shem starts at Genesis 10:21. It's Shem, also the father of the children of Eber. Ibar, I believe how you pronounce it, the brother of Japheth. Even him with children born, the children of Shem, Elam, Ashur, Arphaxad, Lud, Aram. It's Syria, I believe. So Syria is the Greek way of saying it. And the children of Aram, Uz, Hal, Gather, and Mash, Arphaxad beget Salah. So these are the children that became nations that spread across Asia. All right, and they changed their names. So we know that the nations that are, at least one of them, we have Persia, that's going to join forces with, that is joining forces with Gog and Magog in Ezekiel 38th chapter. All right. Because the word Persia came later. All right. It's the first time you see Persia. They're not a new created nation. First time you see Persia, where we at, is in Second Chronicles. Is that Chronicles? 36 and 20. All right. You start seeing Persia. All right. So, but Persia has an origin. All right, so the original name is not Persia. It's more than likely Elam. All right, because you look up in Genesis 14, it speaks about Chedorlaomer, and it tells you that it's early Persian king. All right. The children of Shem, Elam, Ashur, or Assyria, or Arphaxad. Look, so all these are fathers of nations that form nations in Asia, what we call Asia today. All right. So these names that you see here are not the actual names that you're going to see in the scriptures. All right. So instead of Persia, you could have had put Elam. All right. But they were being call themselves Paras. By that time, Ezekiel wrote this prophecy that he received from the Holy Spirit. All right. So Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. So let's play this video. All right. So India, Pakistan, Afghan, all these, they come from out of Shem. All right. And they're one of the sons of Shem. All right. And we believe that the Iranians, Pakistan, Afghan, India, they more than likely come from Elam. All right. And Elam evolved into Persia. That word Persia. All right. So just because you move somewhere and set up shop and change your name don't mean you become a different people. All right. Just like in Israel, you have different tribes. They look different. We got different cultures. But our origin is from Jacob. All right. Israel. All right. But we moved to different places and we changed our names. So the other nations did the same thing. All right. So these people have a similar origin. All right, they have a father that's written in Genesis, the 10th chapter. All right. So we believe that those nations there in South Asia, many of them come from Elam, which Elam evolved into Persia. All right. And you can go to war with your brother. You can forget your national ties or not care about your national origin. All right, your exodus from your Genesis. You may not care about that. You can conquer your brother. All right. So they have a similar origin. These people that spread in the east, Shemites, in these regions. All right. Then you got Moab farther east, and Ammon farther east. But these have similar origins. They have a father. All right. And many of them fall under Elam. All right. Although they changed their name. So that's the point there. So in Ezekiel 38, it tells you about Persia. It's not, just talking about Persia proper or Iran or just the Elam, that small region. Let me look it up on maps. You see, I think it's in the Persian Gulf, the origins of Elam. Because there was no Persia in the table of nations. All right. That's a newer word that they were calling themselves. All right. They don't have to stay in one area. They can go and spread and create different empires and countries. All right. So they all have a similar origin. All right. And many of them fall under Elam or Persia. All right. Which is the same thing. All right. So Persians. So they're getting together. Gog and Magog is rounding up, is allying themselves with the Persians. All right. Under various different names, all right, which would be Elam, Pakistan, India. All right. Russian warships make strategic port call. I don't know what language they're speaking, but they're speaking a common a language that they both know. Unless there's a translator in between them that I didn't notice. All right. So these are basically, I believe, Hamites and Shemites working against another Hamite group. So it don't matter that what father you're from Shem, Ham, and Japheth. If you have an agreement, you're gonna go to war with someone of your even your same common lineage. All right. So Codolamor, I think that's how you pronounce it. Look it up. We got Kedar-Laomer, if I'm saying that right. All right. Handful of sheaves. Bundle of grains. Foreign origin. Early Persian king. So what the scriptures are saying that the Kedar-Laomer was the king of Elam. All right. So the Persia has their roots in Elam. All right. And Elam was a Shemite. All right. So that's how you get that information. All right. Just because you moved east and changed your name doesn't mean you're a different people now. And that's what modern day people believe. You're a different people because your name is different, or your language is different, your culture is different. Now your origin, many of these people here, origins stem in Elam, or one of these nations named. All right, Uz, Hall, Gather, Mash. All right. And we know for certain that Persia came from Elam. All right. Here's some evidence that they have similar origins. All right. They more than likely come from Elam. We believe they come from Elam, India, Pakistan, and the Iranians. The name Pakistan was coined by, I guess that's the picture of that guy, a Pakistan movement activist who in January 1933 first published it in a pamphlet. All right. It is composed of letters taken from the names of our four homelands, Indian and Asian, Punjab, Afghania, Kashmir, Sindh. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. All right. He added, Pakistan is both Persian and Urdu word. It means the lands of the Paks, spiritually pure and clean. That goes back to what Iran, Paras, which means pure, clean. All right. Aryan. Here we go. Persian. See, Persia means pure or splendid. Having Persia, pure. All right. Iran or Pakistan. All right. So that's some evidence there. Spiritually pure, clean. See, it's varying from their roots. All right. But it's similar. And you know why we had our people mixed up there too, in those lands, because the curse is, and you can say it's sort of a blessing, is that we were going to be scattered throughout the nations. Let's see. Read this first. The Urdu, Urdu, if I'm saying that right, is Indo-Aryan language. All right, which goes back to Paras, Iran, means pure, and Pakistan means pure. All right, because that's their roots. There's cooperation between Gog Magog and those Shemites that spread throughout Asia. All right, during the Table of Nations in Genesis, the 10th chapter. All right. They're cooperating, whether it be military or, them buying their oil and gas, from the Gog Magog, which are the Russians today. Yahweh Shai renamed the Edomites that inhabit modern day Russia. All right. Renamed them Gog. All right. They possess the land of Gog. So I'll leave that there. Hope you edified. Shalom.